The monthly cattle on feed report coming out on a Friday afternoon. I'm Susan Littlefield as Kyle Bumstead joins us to break down the numbers in what was considered a more bearish type of report. Kyle, what did you see in the numbers?
Well, Susan, the estimate for on feed was 100.0. That came in at 100.3, so I'm going to call that fairly neutral. The placement number was estimated at 104.2, and that came in at 105.3, still within the range of expectations, but towards the upper end there. And the marketing's number was lower than expected. They were expecting 105.1 because we had an extra day in October this year versus last year, but it came in at 104.7, which kind of tells us here that the packers are kind of slowing their chain speed down a little bit, and we do have some more cattle to work through on the front end here. Now, longer term, I think we can probably work through this, but as we get around the holidays here, we got some seasonals that are here on our doorstep, which are somewhat bearish to the cattle complex. So I want to remind our listeners that those are still hanging out there. And this cattle on feed, as far as that's concerned, we kind of saw this one coming because the forward spreads did get kind of crushed here the last month and the first part of this month here. So it does tell us that we got some front end supply here to work through. And as far as the placement number being a little bit heavier, that doesn't surprise me. They saw the rain coming down in the plains there, and so they started getting some cattle kind of procured there for that wheat pasture. And I kind of wonder how many of those cattle came back out of the yards and went on to wheat pasture, Susan. That's kind of the question that I have, and some of the guys that I've been talking with are talking about as well.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kyle. Kyle Bumstead breaking down the cattle on feed report. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.